Hey, how you doing? My name's Tim. Today I'm going to teach you how to take apart an Xbox down to the motherboard. Okay. Now the first thing is when you take one apart, this faceplate has to come off. Normally you can just take your thumb in here and pry it off, but normally you don't want to do that because it rips that little tab off, and it's almost impossible to get it put back on. So I normally take just a little normal flathead screwdriver. Just kind of tuck it in on this side because it comes off from this side. Just push forward and it'll come right off. Okay, so that's off. Alright, next thing are these side covers right here. Okay, it's sometimes impossible not to break these off, these little tabs in here. But normally, same tool, flathead screwdriver, you kind of pull back just a little bit. Kind of just push it in there, and just kind of bring it up on each side. Just work it. Okay, and it'll come right off. Alright, and I didn't break any tabs at all, so that's pretty cool. Alright, next is the other side, which is the hard drive side. Same thing. This one came up a little easy. Oh, there it goes. Pop. You just pull it right off. Alright, the next trick is where a lot of people get stumped at that normally try to take apart their Xboxes. Alright, I always take it apart from this front side. Normally with the button out from you, and this little tab right here is, you just push this down and kind of separate it with your hand. And I normally use like a little, a little pocket screwdriver or something like that. But this is a little bit more thin, a little thin at the tip. Just kind of these little tabs right here, you just kind of keep pressure off, pry it down, open it up. Okay, it's good to keep this separated right here. And kind of get your hand in here so you have pressure on this back side. Now there's little tabs on this back side. Same thing, little pocket screwdriver. You might want to thin the tip out a little bit to get in here because you don't want to, gouge all the holes. There's little tabs in here. You got to kind of push up towards where this part is to unlock these tabs. So you kind of got to get an angle. You hear that pop, okay? Pop it. All right. Got another pop. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt to get them all. Alright, that separates that side, and there's only two on this side you have to poke. And that comes off, the top piece. Oh, I'm sorry, the bottom piece, my mistake. Okay, now that you've got that part done, you're going to flip it over. Okay, can you bring the camera over here on this? Normally there are black screws that screw into here. Well, I've already fixed this Xbox already. I just want to teach you how to take it apart. You're going to use a T8 torque bit. Do not use tamper resistant. So the reason I say that is tamper resistant, it'll easily break them. You only want to use tamper resistant torque bits when you're using it on a tamper resistant torque screw. Now, so there's 8 of these on each of these X clamps. Okay, so you're going to take those out. Okay, and then you're going to use a T10 to take out all these screws. Now, there's only certain screws that hold the case, which are long screws. It's this one right here. I use this, it's a lot faster. My nerves are shot. I'm drinking a little bit of coffee. You'll know which ones they are. They're flat screws, flat pan screws. The other ones are rounded, which are the board screws that hook through this case to the motherboard. So I just took these out. There should be 6 of them total. Okay. So I normally use, I do this a lot. So to keep everything together, I normally throw in a little bit of a tub right here. Okay. All right. After taking those 6 screws out, you're going to flip the Xbox over. Okay, now there is a button right here. Now it's really hard to separate this top if you do not take off this button. All you have to do is take your 2 fingers right here and pull straight off, and the button will come right off. Okay, and I normally throw that in the cup also. Now, and normally there is a tape right here. See how this tape is that hooks to the disk drive? Okay, you might want to get your pocket screwdriver and just kind of, you know, get that tape off right here. Okay, separate it. Okay. Now you can flip straight up and the case comes off. Okay. Now, first things first. I normally take this module right here is hooked to the motherboard, so there's no way you can get the motherboard out unless you take this off. You don't really need a pocket screwdriver. You can take your hand and kind of just pop this top off like that. It comes right off. Okay. This also takes a T8. A T9 will even fit it. It'll be real tight. So sometimes I prefer a T9 because it'll stick to it. You can just pull it right off. But a T8 will also work to take off these three screws. Now, before we do that, I want to go ahead and take out this strap. All you have to do is lift straight up. Okay. All right. There's two wires back here. Now, where about the phone? Sorry about the phone, guys. All right. There's two wires back here. You just want to pull these out. Okay. Be very firm. Pull these out. Be very gentle. All right. This strap is totally out. Okay, the next thing is, this is the fan shroud. This is what pushes all the air out. Okay, you just get a pocket screwdriver and lift up under there and it'll come straight out. Same thing with the fan. Just take this pocket screwdriver, pop it out just as so, bring it forward till it comes out, bring it over the top, pull it right off. Very simple. Okay, now, that's why I want to keep the module on, because the board won't fall out. I'm going to flip it back over. Okay, same thing, a T10. We're going to take out all these screws now. Normally when you take the board screws out, if you're going to fix your Xbox, it's going to be a red ring fix or E74 or no audio, no video. Just any type of board work you have to do, that's when you have to take these screws out. Now when I do disk drive work, which is, you know, just repair, you know, not reading disk, I don't have to do all these. All I have to worry about is the disk drive. Now if you're going to fix your own Xbox, I kind of recommend you looking on, you know, Craigslist or somewhere like that, because by the time you pay for all these tools, if you do not have these tools already, you're going to need a hardware kit, which I'm not going to include in this video right now because I'm not teaching the red fix. I'm just teaching you how to take apart the Xbox. You're going to spend, you know, like 30 bucks, you know, if you don't have all the stuff. Just the thermal paste alone is 10 bucks but you can get kits online for like 10 bucks. But I recommend, just if you don't want to deal with it, just go ahead and go on Craigslist, and you got guys, I mean, if they charge you more than 50 bucks to repair it, you know, it just depends what kind of service they do, but, you know, it doesn't cost that much to fix them. You can find a reasonable price for somebody to repair it around your area. But yeah, you got to take out these Allen screws right here off the module. This front face plate that powers on and off your Xbox. Take those 3 screws out. Okay, just pull that straight out. Just a little port. Okay, now I normally take the top of the heatsink. You can pull the board straight out. Okay, that's the whole frame, your case. That's done. Alright, these are screws. This is part of the kit I was talking about, is what holds everything flat. Normally, they are X clamps that hold on here to these studs that you have to take out the bottom of the heat sinks. Okay, but that's how you get it down to your motherboard. And it's self-explanatory for these. You got the little X clamps. They're just little tabs you pull off on each side. You can pop them right off. It's real simple. And I guess that's it for the day. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. I just want to share that information with y'all today. Thank you, and have a good one.